Welcome to HornbillTV. This is your anchor, Kekrizan Solo. From banning online Bible downloads to controlling and censoring religion is nothing new in the communist country of China. To the extent of Virgin Mary's portrait being replaced in a Catholic church with President Xi Jinping, according to updates. Now, China wants all the major religion regions to review their holy texts and to adapt them to the era of the President Xi Jinping. This bizarre requirement was reported by a French English daily, stating an order that came from the all-powerful Committee for Ethnic Affairs, which oversees all religious matters in the state. But before we get into the main topic, let me also mention about how in Henan province, which is a province in central China's Yellow River Valley, the local Chinese Communist Party officials have forced Protestant churches to supplant the 10th commandment with quotes from Xi Jinping himself, effectively transforming divine commands, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me," changing it to political statements such as resolutely guard against the infiltration of Western ideology. Now coming to the core issue of the matter, a 10-year project to rewrite religious texts, including the Bible. In 2019, the CCP announced plans to rewrite the Bible so that it falls in line with the party's ideology. The government aims to remove all the content that does not conform to the party's ideology, such as passages about freedom of religion and separation of church and state. This includes Confucian and Buddhist principles. As explained by Todd Nettleton, the spokesperson of the Voice of the Martyrs, which is a persecution watchdog serving Christians, the Chinese authorities, according to a French daily newspaper, have asked the representative of all the main religion in the country to review the Chinese translation of their religious texts so that they conform with the requirements of the new era. The government aims to remove all the content socialism or China's official interpretation of communism and contents which do not conform to the progress of the times. Beijing highlights that Jesus Christ parables, which have to fall in line with the Communist Party, failing which they run the risk of being purged from the Bibles available to the faithful. The chairman of the assembly, Wang Yang, reportedly underlined the fundamental importance of the interpretation of the religious rules and doctrines so as to able to gradually form a religious ideological system with Chinese characteristics. In a meeting of the House Select Committee on the CCP, Representative Gallagher stated that Chairman Xi Jinping is on a quest to make the faithful serve the party rather than God. The Chinese Communist Party government is rewriting portions of the Bible in an effort to increase its control over religion in country. In a version reportedly found in a Chinese textbook published in September 2020, one of the parables taken from the Bible from the book of John 8:7. The text from the textbook falsely claims and has been changed from "the crowd dispersed" to "when everyone went out, Jesus stoned the women himself." Well, this proves how much the CCP sees itself as possessing absolute authority over the religion in China. In 2018, the Vatican compromised with the CCP on the prerogative to appoint Roman Catholic clergy in China. Multiple sources have warned that the CCP aims to select the next Dalai Lama, the supreme leader of the Tibetan Buddhism. Thus, the CCP forcing the church to be subservient to the state infringes the Western conception of religious liberty, which is founded on the Christian understanding of the church and the state as distinct institutions ordained by God. What is more shocking is that, despite the glaring affront to religious liberties, global religious leaders such as Pope Francis have surprisingly offered little resistance. In a 2018 secret negotiation, the Vatican reportedly consented to the CCP's authority to select Catholic bishops in China, seemingly trading off the church's spiritual autonomy for unspecified guarantees of congregational safety. The Tibetan Buddhists have fiercely resisted this infringement, but the CCP justifies their stance by claiming that even Pope Francis accepts the party's authority over religious activities. The chairman of the assembly, Wang Yang, reportedly underlined the fundamental importance of the interpretation of the religious rules and doctrines so as to be able to gradually form a religious ideological system with Chinese characteristics. It is absolutely arguable that why would the Chinese Communist Party be rewriting the Bible if they don't believe in God? With not much surprise, the Bible and Christianity are apparently not alone being targeted, with the authorities setting their sights on all major religions, requiring a sinicization of the Quran and the sutras found in Buddhism. China, which officially recognizes all faiths, but let us not forget the country is also known for its big brother surveillance, and policing worship is just one aspect of this. With all this information, it is clear that the struggle is not simply about religion, but it is a fight for the right beyond the Chinese Communist Party autocracy, the universal human values that are at stake for the China people.